My name is Lene Beier and I'm 48, just turned 48, and I just moved here to Itter with my family. I have a husband, Anders, and two sons, Arthur and Otto, who also moved here, and Otto goes to the local school in Hofgarten and Arthur is going to the international school in Kufstein. And we moved here to this lovely Hotel Edelweiss because we always wanted to have a place of our own. Hotel Edelweiss is a relatively old hotel. It was built in the early 50s, but then it's rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt and made bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can see out on the hall, you can see all the different periods of what the hotel looked like. And today the hotel is medium size, medium size in Denmark, but I think small here in Tyrol because a lot of the hotels are really big. I met my husband in a restaurant 22 years ago in Copenhagen. I was in school, wanted to be a teacher, and Anders just came home from the military, and then we met up in this restaurant, fell in love, and found out that we love this business. We like to host, we like to have happy people around us and make people feel great, make people feel at home. And so we always had the dream about, at some point we wanted to buy a hotel. But then, you know, life happened, and I'm normally a TV host in Denmark, and Anders is in buildings. He's a building developer, and we tried a lot of other things in our lives. We built our dream house, and we traveled all around the world. And then at some point we looked at each other and said, if we're ever going to do this, we're going to do it now, before we get too old and before we get too scared and don't do it anyway, because it's a big step to move to another country. We started looking. We went around Tyrol and handed out the flyers telling everybody that we were looking for a hotel, family size, not too big, so that we could work in it ourselves and handle it with a small group of staff. And then one day we were sitting in the kitchen back in Copenhagen, and we got an email from Peter and Alison, who was the previous owners of Hotel Edelweiss. And they wrote us and said, do you want to come and take a look at our place? Because maybe we want to sell it. And we saw the pictures and we said, yes, we will come and take a look, but I don't think we can afford it. But Anders went down the first time without me. And then we went down together with the kids and with my mother, who also works here and who is actually moving here in September permanently, my mama. And she turns 70. And then we just fell in love with this place and the surroundings and the people and Peter and Alison, and yeah, and we just feel at home here. The dream for the hotel was to combine the Danish hygge with the Tyrolean charm. Danes like the thing they call hygge, which is a lot of candles, a lot of places to sit outside in the sun, a lot of cushions, a lot of colors, a lot of cups and porcelain in different colors, and it's a Nordic style, and we wanted to mix it because we don't want to erase what's already here because we love it, but we want to add some of the things that Danes are good at. And then we want to do something about the terrace because it's big, but Danes really love the sun because it's quite often dark in Denmark. So hello, our neighbor. So when we go on holiday, they want to sit outside and they want to sit in the sun, have a beer. So our dream is to make a wooden terrace and then make it a bit higher and then have some, what do you call that? Marquises. And then we have a big barbecue. So we want to, you know, add the smell of the meat being grilled, and the people can sit and have the summer vibe. So that's the plan. And the Danes also sit outside in the winter season. As soon as the sun is up, they're outside. We have 18 rooms. 15 of these rooms have a balcony. And they all have their own toilet and bath. We have one single room, and we have a lot of double rooms and some of the double rooms are also family rooms, but I can show you why. It's because we bought some beds that look like a sofa, but it's not a sofa and it's not a fold-out sofa. It's a new thing. I heard it's made for cruise ships, so they're very heavy. And then we have 2 apartments, one double and one where there's room enough for 8. And in the summer times, we would like to welcome dogs on the first floor, so that we also have floors that you can live on if you have allergies. And we have really, really good, what do you call that, cushions and pillows, because that's important to Danes. So we bought high quality pillows because if you have this lovely air outside, then you want to sleep on a good pillow. Then we have big wellness area. We made a gym for the guests with high quality gear, so that you can train. And then we have infrared sauna, and we have a normal sauna where we do sauna goose. I think it's called Aufgoose in German, right? And I'm a goose master in this hotel. I was trained in Denmark, but now I do gooses here. And then we have a cold water plunge, because that's very big in the Nordic countries, that after the sauna goose, you'll jump into the cold water. So we have a big one, and it keeps a temperature of maximum 4 degrees year round. And we don't need a hot pool, obviously, on the summer, because we have the Itter swim bath on the other side of the road, and that's really, really nice. We have really good wines. We have only Austrian wines, because we made a choice that we don't want to buy wine from other countries when the wine here is so lovely. And we only have a bio wine. It's local wines, it's local products that we use in the kitchen. We only do bio. We try to be as green as we can in the hotel. Next to the lobby, there's a restaurant just behind me here. And that's for now only open for the guests in the wintertime. We have it for half board, a lovely breakfast where you have to pick the night before what you would like. So we don't need to make a buffet where you have to throw the food out afterwards, because then we can buy more local, higher quality products, because people choose what they want. And they have the local apple juice from here, and they have eggs and cake and fresh bread and hams. And the dream for Edelweiss, for us as a family, is that this is a place where when you come here, you feel like you're home, and there's not a lot of rules. You can do what you want, really, as long as you take care of the nature and you take care of the place. You can walk around in your socks, and everybody walks around in, with bare feet, and they can come down here just wearing ski underwear, just sit, hang out, and there's no form. Everybody's welcome here. So just come by, hang out, have some fun, just sit down, do a puzzle, talk to somebody, have a cup of coffee or a beer or whatever, sit outside in the sun. The Hotel Edelweiss is open for everyone.